Ya, cek. Suara ada, aman lah ya. Udah lama nggak streaming berapa? Ini, kalau kamu Dre, berapa lama sih aku tuh tidak streaming? Ini aja aku nyuri waktu, anjir. Hmm, 4 minggu. 4 minggu itu juga aku harusnya ada streaming Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter Wilds. Harusnya kemarin tuh ada sempat streaming Monster Hunter Wilds, nyelesain event barunya, ada kolaborasi sama Street Fighter 6 juga kan, ada Armor Akuma. Aku belum main lagi M House, pengen lagi main M House cuman aku aja dia lagi nyari nyari tempat magang. Kemarin aja sempet daftar kerja juga kan, ngelamar walking interview. Cuman kayaknya nggak keterima dah. Udah sebulan belum ada kabar lagi. Udahlah, back to my hobby I guess. Masa ini dulu. Daftar magang kemana Zra? Magang sih lagi nyari ya, cuman kemarin tuh sempet daftar ikutan kerja kan, daftar walk-in interview ke Huawei. Kayak gaskan lah, cobain daftar kali aja keterima gitu kan, CV ku perbarui itu kan biar lebih benar. Kan ya kayak nggak keterima deh, udah sebulan gak ada kabar juga. Terus kayak kalau ini aku pengen magang ke Huawei lagi aja sih. Pengen magang ke Huawei aja kayak. Kemarin tuh sempet nanya ke developernya Dreadout kan. Sempet ketemu Mas Andre yang CEO-nya Dreadout itu loh. Apa sih? Digital Happiness kan yang bikin Dreadout tuh. Sempet nanya nerima buat magang nggak itu kan dari kampus. Sebenarnya katanya nerima aja, cuman aku kan game engine yang bisa aku pakai saat ini kan Unity, sedangkan Digital Happiness lagi fokusnya di Unreal Engine karena kan Dreadout terbaru kan pakai Dreadout 3 kan pakai Unreal Engine ya. udah dapat sneak peeknya dulu, udah setahun yang lalu. Jadi kayak aduh, kayaknya nggak bisa deh kalau ke Digital Happiness. Paling cari kalau pengen dev game paling ke ADATA paling sih ya. Cuman nggak tahu ADATA masih open internship kayak gitu nggak ya? Kalau nggak ada sih ya udah paling ke Huawei atau ke Telkom. Padahal aku resign dari Telkom, masih ke Telkom lagi gitu kan. Terus ada kayak lalu lagi anjing. Epson coba, mungkin aku ini kali ya, mungkin aku tercek lagi deh. Soalnya aku tuh mulai magangnya tuh di Juli Agustus ya harusnya. Maunya sih di bulan segitu, jadi kayak pas semesteran baru ya udahlah tinggal kumpulin laporan lagi aja, nggak kehalangin. Di Batam banyak yang kayak Epson sih. Kalau di Bandung nggak tahu ya. Kalau di internet lagi rame ini ya apa, job application ya. Yang job application itu. Tapi jujur kok aku nggak pernah tahu sih kalau Indonesia juga punya yang kayak job application gitu, soalnya kayak udah 4 tahun 5 tahun terakhir tuh kayak pas ngelamar kerja tuh aku cuman kayak ya udah bikin lamaran kerja sendiri gitu kan, yang kayak surat lamaran yang saya tertarik bekerja di PT ini karena bla 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 gitu kan. Terus kalau berhasil ntar di ini buat interview gitu kan, ngasih CV. Tapi kalau ada job application kayak gitu, jujur enak nggak sih? Kayak kita tuh cuman kayak nulis nama, tanggal lahir, lulusan apa, kemampuannya apa dan segala macem gitu kan. Meme job application jam serius. Ternyata Indonesia ada juga ya. Gue kira yang kayak gitu cuman ya bisa emang disuruh bikin CV sendiri. Kalau CV sih kayaknya masih gampang ya. Yang males itu ini, tau nggak? Yang males itu lamaran, surat lamaran yang kayak PT punya surat lamaran kemarin kan, bikin buat ke PT Huawei mana ya? Tuh file kerja lamaran. Nah ini kan biasanya kan ada CV, ada surat lamaran kan beda ya. Kalau di kita kan emang beda kan CV. Kalau di luar negeri kan CV ya udah pasti surat lamaran gitu. Ketemu kerja di masjid, bapaknya langsung kasih lembar surat lamaran. Itu enak jujur daripada kayak ini. Kalau aku nih ya ngelamar nih harus ada hal lamaran pekerjaan Bandung 8 Mei 2025 lampiran dua berkas, karena kemarin yang disuruh dibawa tuh cuman CV doang, tapi aku ngide satu lagi ya kasih ijazah juga. Terus di bawahnya kepada yang terhormat PT Huawei Investment dengan hormat berdasarkan informasi mengenai walk interview yang diadakan. Nah yang kayak gini-gini ya aku tuh sebenarnya malas bikin yang gininya tuh. Berikut adalah biodata singkat saya. Jadi kayak aduh males. Kalau dikasih job application kan ya udah gampang, kita tinggal ngisi pakai pulpen gitu kan. Ntar cari lagi lah, mungkin aku lamaran kemana buat magang. Aduh, cuman sumpah semester sekarang tuh entah kenapa nggak mood banget aku kuliah. Kayak aduh udah ya satu mata pelajaran tuh semua mata pelajaran semester sekarang berkelompok semua, kelompoknya udah pada circlean semua gitu kan. Kelompoknya udah pada circlean semua, dosennya kadang ngehe juga gitu kan. Wah, pas tahu dapat tugas kalian promosiin rumah makan, anjing langsung itu kayak anjing. Terus aku iseng kan nyari menunya gitu, bangsat menunya mahal anjing. Aing aja makan at least semahal-mahalnya satu kali makan tuh 20.000 gitu loh, 15.000 kalau sama minum 20 ribuan lah gitu. Di toko fotokopi dekat rumahku aja ada jual surat lamaran, saking jarangnya orang tahu udah berdebu itu. Jujur aku malah jujur aja aku malah baru tahu loh kalau Indonesia itu apa ya, kayak punya, ternyata Indonesia itu juga punya kayak job application yang buat diisi gitu. Dan pertanyaan, kenapa perusahaan nggak kenapa kita tuh harus jadi malah kayak kayak gimana sih, kita tuh harus ngeprint surat lamaran kita sendiri, kita harus ngebikin surat lamaran kita sendiri kayak yang kayak tadi aku bacain, yang aku bikin dengan hormat kepada perusahaan apa gitu kan. Kenapa nggak kayak ya udah nih kamu lamaran ya udah isi aja job application, ntar kalau masalah tentang kenapa kamu join bisa ditulis di situ aja gitu kan, pakai ya tulis tangan aja gitu, nggak apa-apa. Bang, aku tuh lagi aneh sama di sekolah, kampusku malah diajarin bikin suratnya dari nol. Kalau aku pas SMK, kalau aku yang kayak gitu pas SMK dulu diajarin cara bikin surat lamarannya kayak gimana, masih ada malahan Aku tuh tulis tangan malahan yang itu disuruhnya. Kalau di kampus aku mah enggak diajarin yang gitu-gituannya mah. Di kampus aku mah ngajarinnya pamer-pamer doang. Asli. Lain sama kampus sendiri. Apa aing curhat gitu. Sempet curhat gitu ke salah satu alumni, ada yang di Discord alumni di kampusku. Aku curhat kayak, apa sih ini kampus, sumpah anjing gak jelas. Pas aku tanya gurunya kenapa nggak pakai yang udah ada aja sih, guru malah bilang PT-PT nggak mau. Iya, mungkin beberapa perusahaan gitu mungkin emang ada yang nggak mau gitu ya. Nah kalau aku Telkom dulu nggak ngasih surat lamaran. Kalau Telkom dulu daftarnya tuh ada websitenya sendiri khusus, kayak kita tuh nulis biodata kita tuh apa, sekolah dari mana, jurusan apa. Nah ntar kita tuh nulis lagi kayak kau bersedia ditetapkan di bagian di mana gitu, di kantor cabang mana gitu. Aku ininya apa, nulisnya ya cabang yang gedung sate gitu kan. Oh berarti aku ditetapinnya di sana gitu. Ini emang sih ada beberapa PT yang emang gak nerima yang job application gitu, pengennya kayak surat lamarannya ditulis sendiri gitu kan. Kayak biasanya apa ya yang surat lamarannya tuh yang harus ditulis kayak gitu. Kalau kemarin aku Huawei malahan yang dicek cuman ini aja, CV-nya doang malahan. Lamaran yang surat lamaran yang kayak dengan hormat yang gitu-gitu nggak dicek malahan. Langsung aja kayak CV-nya, mungkin karena walk interview kali ya. Kalau waktu interview cuman bawa CV doang udah cukup kali. Itu lembaran resmi sah dari pemerintahan loh. Masa perusahaan nggak terima, kecuali kalau masalahnya diisi kayak kurang pengalaman atau kurang tinggi pendidikan, maybe. Nah itu juga jadi PR kan buat pemerintah. Sumpah pas kayak ini juga tepat waktu banget ya, ini entah kenapa perfect timing juga gitu yang ngomongin job offer gitu. Kemarin aku ngelamar, tahu-tahu meme ngelamar kerja, tahu-tahu meme job application naik secara bersamaan. Kan ada job offer juga tuh yang di Bekasi yang sampai numbuk, yang sampai jadi lautan manusia tuh. Yang sampai bener-bener lautan manusia gitu kan. Terus aku ngelihat salah satu salah satu kayak media gitu ngasih tahu, apa ada yang bilang pemerintahan tuh kayak itu hanya karena job offer Bekasi ramai, bukan berarti kurang apa sih, kurang lapangan pekerjaan lah. Toh loh kataku, justru karena sebanyak itu orang-orang tuh malah jadi ini nggak sih, karena sebanyak itu lapangan kerja sedikit anjir. Bukan sedikitnya mungkin ya, tapi lebih ke arah penerimaan kayak gitu-gitunya tuh masih nggak bener gitu. Ya kayak contohnya yang job application aja gitu kan. Aku aja ternyata baru tahu kalau Indonesia itu punya job application. Kalau nggak dari meme itu, kalau aku nggak ngeliatin meme-meme gitu, aku mana tahu kalau ternyata Indonesia tuh punya job application yang kayak gitu. Gue kira yang job application gitu ya cuman di luar negeri gitu doang gitu. Oh, ternyata Indo juga punya ya gitu. Saking nggak dipakainya mungkin. Entah apakah aku emang kudet no life atau gimana gitu. Even SMK ku aja nggak ngasih tahu ada yang begituan gitu. Padahal SMK ku tuh selalu kayak siap kerja guys. Aku walau pernah jumpa meme lamaran kerja yang dimana isinya syarat keterima minimal kena cap autis 2 kali. Iya, kalau meme kerja tuh paling jauh kan ini ya, apa kayak lamaran kerja minimal bisa mengalahkan pasukan Ticauri gitu. Bisa berubah jadi super saya. Terus satu meme mencari kerja job application. Indonesia punya job application gue. Dipermudah anjing ternyata kalau mau bikin dokumen lamaran kerja tuh. Masa kadang ada aja gitu kalau kayak let's say orang-orang yang masih muda gitu. Orang-orang yang masih muda gitu kan, kayak ini gimana cara bikin lamaran. Ya, kemarin aja ada temanku di Discord yang masih SMK, ada tugas bikin lamaran kerja aja, nanya nanya ke salah satu teman Discordku juga gitu kan, yang emang udah kerja, ini cara lamaran kerja gimana, ini gini kan. Tanggalnya tuh di sebelah kanan, kalau tanggal yang di bawah kalau tanda tangan bisa di sebelah kiri bawah atau kanan bawah gitu kan. Kayak wah anjir, berarti emang bikin lamaran kerja mungkin untuk anak-anak muda sekarang masih lumayan susah, agak susah gitu kan. Ditambah lagi Microsoft Word nggak diajarin ke anak-anak sekarang kan. Terus dengan adanya aku taunya ada job application, wah ini mah bakal mempermudah anak-anak muda yang emang pengen cari kerja gitu, yang emang kebingungan bikin dokumen tuh caranya gimana sih. Oh, reserve ticket. Oh god, alah. Kalau terlepas dari kerjaan juga gitu kan, kampusku nih ada nama mata kuliahnya tuh wirausaha. Itu entah kenapa mata kuliah paling gak penting, karena jurusanku tuh nggak ada hubungannya dengan itu kan. Harusnya apalagi aku yang emang nggak mau repot gitu kan, kayak bikin usaha segala macem. Ayo kalian itu harus menjadi entrepreneur biar membuka lapangan kerja. Yang disuapin sama dosenku tuh untuk masalah wirausaha tuh disuapinnya yang enak-enaknya doang gitu loh. Kayak mereka ini dikasih lihat gitu kan, kayak orang-orang terkaya di dunia, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, yang gimananya gitu kan, dikasih lihat nih orang-orang kaya di dunia. Cuman yang anjingnya tuh kayak lo wirausaha cuman nyuapin mahasiswa lu tuh yang enak-enaknya doang, tapi nggak mau ngeliat ke sisi negatifnya gitu kan. Kan kayak tai kayak tai, kalian harus buka usaha biar iya kalau nggak dipalak ormas jir. Hanya aja dulu pas puasa pas sempet jualan nanas goreng di pasar depan rumah ya masih dipalak anjing sama preman. Sekarang udah nggak ada sih premannya. Gak pernah lihat perbandingan syarat kerja di Mixu Malaysia dan Mixu ini. Pernah dulu sempat lewat kan, kemarin sempat rame di Malaysia tuh, kayak ya udah minimal pendidikan kalian tuh ya SMA gitu kan, SMA atau sederajat lah gitu. Soalnya kan biar cukup umur juga gitu kan. Kalau SMA biar udah punya KTP juga. Yang dicarinya tuh kasir, yang penting bisa yang penting bisa ngoperasionalin kasir ya doang kan, sama udah lulus SMA. Sedangkan kalau di Indonesia tuh tinggi minimal berapa, kalau laki-laki tuh kalau nggak salah tuh tinggi minimal 170 ya, atau ini kalau perempuan tuh minimal 160. Berpenampilan menarik, lulusan SMA sederajat dan segitunya, tekun, rajin dan rapi. Jujur waktu itu aku sempat lihat itu kayak aduh, what the fuck tuh. Anak kemarin Bang Tara juga kan bikin open lowongan kerja, diparodiin lagi anjir. Bisa berubah jadi super saya. Opsional. Direkomendasikan. Ya, habisin ini. Ya, yang penting punya waktu juga kan biar ini. Why am I an Indonesian? I'm sorry that I born in Indonesian. Kelo.
いい度胸だわ。楽しいわ。
エピックショット。おっ。は。耳を澄ませ。
Pengalaman punya pengalaman Red Ribbon Army opsional. Red Ribbon Army anjing. Orang mah kuliah capek di skripsi, aku mah capek di mata kuliah tai anjir.
まあこれも仕事のうちだよ。
Ini aja aku streaming cari waktu. Untung aja gitu kan, kayak oh udah ini tugas sudah selesai. Lumayan lagi libur panjang juga, gaskin aja lah streaming gitu kan daripada gabut gitu. Harusnya juga ini streaming tadi jam setengah satu, jam satuan mah ketiduran aku. Oh iya tadi ini. Apalagi sih yang lagi rame di internet tuh? Selain presiden kita tuh blunder lagi. Presiden kita tuh blunder lagi kan. Out of place gitu. Menentang undang-undang 1945 yang setiap Senin pagi dibacain. Out of nowhere. Aku aja hafal UUD 1945. Terus tahu out of place presiden kita tuh kayak ya kita mengakui penjajahan. Anjing. Dewa aja udah blunder. Dewa aja udah blunder. Apa yang diharapkannya, kita hanyalah angka ya. Kita itu hanyalah angka di matanya. Kita itu hanyalah angka, keracunannya cuma dihitung 0,2%, ya udah itu kan 0,2% dari 100%. Ya, tai kata gitu. Untung nggak ada untungnya sih, aku udah lulus juga, udah lulus macam harus cari kerja. Aduh, udah sebelum mulai storynya ya aku masih pengen keliling-keliling dulu ini. Udah gitu tuh si presiden biji satu itu tuh dipuji-puji sama rektorku lagi, anjing. Ngentot kata aku mah. Si Raja Jawa sama si presiden biji satu dipuji-puji sama rektorku pas mata kuliah gabungan wirausaha tuh. Kita harus menjadi entrepreneur biar kita seperti presiden biji satu dan si Raja Jawa. Ngepet ketaing. Siapa juga yang mau jadi kayak gitu? Ya lah, para biji satu apanya yang mau disepong? Udah gitu dia juga ngasih tugas, kalian akan ditugaskan promosikan rumah makan saya. Itu adalah tugas minggu kedua, promosikan rumah makan. Kalau promosiin kampus oke lah gitu kan, masih mending ada hubungannya sama mahasiswa. Promosikan rumah makan saya. Memek ketaing. Belajar ekspektasi tenaga panak Asli, aing aja sekarang tuh bingung gitu kenapa aing kuliah di situ gitu ya. Kenapa aing mah masih mending ngambil kuliah online gitu loh yang ya tahu kan ada ya beberapa kampus yang emang buka kelas tuh emang khusus buat online doang gitu kan. Ya, tapi gitu mah aing ngambil ke kampus lain yang emang online aja gitu loh. Jadi aing kan bisa aku kan bisa ini ya apa fleksibel juga gitu. Oh kerja bisa atau sambil streaming bisa itu kan. Kayak pas zaman-zaman Covid, streaming bisa, kerja bisa.
これも仕事のうちだよ。
Meskipun ujungnya kuliah keluar kampus juga yang zaman Covid. Ini materi cuman dikasih flexing doang. Cuman dikasih makanan enaknya doang. Terus tahu-tahu disuruh ini anjing. Disuruh promosin apa gitu yang aku ya nggak tahu itu makanan apa. Pas dilihat menunya 100.000, 200.000. Oh anjing. Aing aja meskipun anak rumahan gitu ya. Aing anak rumahan gitu. Makanannya masih pelit anjir. Makan opsional. Curhatan mahasiswa semester akhir yang harusnya udah lulus 2-3 tahun yang lalu. Cuma gara ngulang keluar kampus, pindah kampus jadi dari nol lagi sih. Kita lihat Pranis. Nah, GB online. ini GB tuh dapat nih yang mainin nih. Apa? Perfect timing banget setelah semalam Kuro Games merilis para My istri baru. Story-nya di mana nih? Yang Somnor tuh berarti harusnya yang ini permanen kan itu. Imagination. Ini dulu deh. Alhamdulillah.
Ma, これも仕事のうちだよ。
30 menit dipakai buat curhat. Ebony Ivory ini pistolnya Danteng. Kuragi sudah karakter baru KW-nya tukang korup dada bos di. Ini KW-nya tukang korup dada bos di Blue Army. Dananya dipakai buat rakit Gundam. Tapi kalau dilihat-lihat lagi kita semua tuh standar ganda ya sih anjir kalau nge-waifuin Rio like kayak kita di dunia nyata kalau ada pejabat ketahuan korupsi itu kayak ditai-taiin banget gitu, tapi giliran Rio tuh kayak nggak apa-apa nggak apa-apa jujur kamu mau Gundam ya nih sensei beliin gitu. Kita kalau dilihat-lihat lagi standar ganda gak sih kalau nge-waifuin Rio itu. Meskipun taubat dari cerita terbarunya sekarang. Banyak banget karakter baru. Aku tuh malah ngarepinnya buat next region tuh karakternya tuh kayak cukup biasa aja gitu. Jadi aku bisa ngambil beberapa rerun yang kelewatan gitu kan. Ya bagus-bagus, ada 3 sih yang pengen ku ambil, 4 lah kalau sama yang karakter cowok satu lagi. Belum lagi Punishing Grey Raven ada Dante Vergil beberapa bulan lagi. Gue kira masih 2 tahun lagi, ternyata server yang global sama Cina yang global udah bener-bener nyusul banget ternyata. Tinggal beberapa bulan lagi. Belum lagi ada skin Lucia nikah. Habis skin Lucia nikah tuh Dante Vergil. Ini apa? Oh, ini jangan-jangan ini ya. Oh iya, yang kayak kalau di Arma itu IS. Nah, kan bener kan? Kamera. What's film? Film teori. Oh. Oh enggak, ini mah kayak dulu lagi aja ini. Ya kayak mingguannya Wuwa yang dulu. After choosing film you export it clearly. Oh nggak bener. Mom, I'm on TV. Flame Ranger. King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah. Wah, kalau ini mah jangan sambil streaming kali ya. We walk the talk. Open refill. Iya, ini yang ada. Ntar ada ya. Daka. Oh, nice. Ini nanti aja deh. Harus nyantai yang itu mah. Nggak bisa kalau harus sambil streaming. Sambil main di HP yang itu. Oke, ini bisa nanti. Ke story lagi. Nah, ini. Ya kalau mau ngomongin DMC lagi baru keingetan nih, curhatanku semalam. Jadi aku ada temen cewek, ini nggak bisa, aku nggak tahu bisa dibilang temen atau enggak ya, soalnya seumur umur cuman pernah ngobrol sekali doang, itu juga lewat chattingan pas kenalan pertama kali di kampus, pas aku masih di kampus Telkom kan. Dia tuh ngobrol-ngobrol, kamu juga suka main game ya? Iya, kamu nonton anime juga ya sama main game. Ya, aku bilang tuh gitu gini. Terus dia kadang suka bikin story WhatsApp gitu kan. Cewek ini, by the way, dia kayak dia pernah bikin postingan dia nggak suka Dante yang original. Ya, Dante yang original yang which is the best, yang Dante terkeren gitu menurut gue, Dante original tuh. Nggak suka kan dia lebih suka yang iya demennya El Dante anjir. kayak El Dante itu kan tipikal remaja fuck up Amerika gitu yang menurutnya nggak keren gitu lah ya. Aku lebih suka yang kayak Dante yang original gitu, selengean gimana sih. Tapi giliran DMC Pajit rilis, itu langsung kayak anjir Dante keren banget, ganteng ya. Ya aku akuin Dante-nya Pajit masih, meskipun menurutku itu masih bukan kelakuannya Dante, itu lebih ke kelakuannya Nero ya sebenarnya. Kalau Dante punya Pajit tuh, Pajit punya. Tapi kayak anjing lu standar ganda betah. lu gak demen Dante yang original, demennya El Donde, tapi giliran si Pajit rilis lu demen anjing. Aku tahu semua orang itu seleranya beda-beda, tapi selera lu standar ganda anjing. Cuman di dalam kotanya hujan anjir. Coba tuh. Tapi saya sih lady sama backgroundnya ras devil aja sih. Nah, ras iblis nih ya. Yang paling bener itu mau tahu kayak gimana? Ras iblis itu lahir bukan based on DNA. Ya oke, kalau based on DNA gitu kayak Sparda, ya kayak Dande gitu kan. Sparda nikahin manusia, akhirnya ada rasnya. Cuman iblis itu paling bener kalau mau diciptain itu lahir ya dari kebencian. Udah, that's it. Dari let's say yang paling bagus tuh iblis, representasi iblis di anime paling bagus tuh apa? Free Ren, Hellsing, Berserk, apalagi tuh representasi iblis kalau di anime itu ya. Even Devil May Cry yang original yang based on canon dari game utamanya itu juga bagus representasi iblisnya gitu lah. Representasi iblis, kita hanya ingin hidup, tai kata gue. Merasa paling tersakiti. Even para iblis di Devil May Cry 2 aja ya. Itu actually dunia iblisnya ngambil reference dari Devil May Cry 2 kan, yang nerakanya tuh ternyata udaranya beracun. Iblis di Devil May Cry 2 itu karena tempat tinggal mereka itu saking beracunnya, mereka tuh bukannya kabur ke dunia manusia, mereka beradaptasi, evolusi. Ini DMC Pajit. Karena neraka itu apa, udaranya itu terlalu beracun untuk iblis, sekalipun kita kabur ke dunia manusia lah, lawak kata gue anjing. Evolusi, lu iblis bukan manusia ya, manusia iya mati, lu iblis bisa evolusi, bisa adaptasi. Anjing. Jadi udah screenshot belum sih botol ya, aku tahu udah.
よろしければご一緒してもマルゲリータから新作ピザの試食に招待されたのですが、私一人でこの量は。
Sudah asked me to sample her new pizza, but lo mau makan sebanyak ini kan hamil lagi. Cristoforo.
なあ、聞いたか？最近ある自災が放置された書庫を整理してたら、曲と詩が書かれた手書きの本を見つけたんだってよ。
Ya kira-kira aing ubah dulu gak ya bahasanya ke bahasa Inggris, kayak asik deh ntar deh abis cutscene yang ini.
噂によると最後のページにはなんと黄金の歌って書かれてたらしい。
Golden Anthem. What's
巡礼船で遭難したあの詩人たちの遺作だ。海から引き上げられた後、ただのゴミだと思われてずっと書庫に放置されてたんだと。
静かにしろ。罪人の名前を出すのはやめておけ。
ラグーナではその名前を口にしない方がよろしいかと。
Wah, Hisan. Iya anjir. Kenapa suaranya kayak gitu ya barusan? Aku tuh barusan mempertanyakan itu. Nada intonasinya kayak datar banget gitu. Sengaja kah atau gimana gitu?
簡単に説明すると、 黄金の歌とは、かつてラグーナで名を馳せ、3人のメンバーは祭司の名を称える信者でしたが、後に神を冒涜した罪で教団から追放されたのです。そして巡礼戦で火災に遭い、全員命を落としたそうです。
内容も広まってるんだろ。どんな曲なんだ？
そうだな。あ、お前も聞こえてるだろ。俺と全く同じ曲だ。
No.
あれは亡霊が取り付いたのでしょう。
Di amandemen
ちょう
kedua.
どこの論文に書かれているように。
Christopher. Kenapa ya perempuan mostly demen yang gini yang karakter-karakter jahat gitu lah ya? Why? Lah, Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter. Oh iya ya, Mad Hatter ya? Kurang putih doang anjing. Mentang-mentang ini pakai topi.
お久しぶりです、我が友よ。先ほどあなた方も黄金の歌の遺作について聞いたのでしょう？
亡霊とはどういうことですか？
彼らは教団の判決に不満を抱き、恨みを込めて曲を書いた。神の恩寵に欲する者ほど神に反逆の刃を向ける。彼らこそ神を血まみれにし、教義を崩壊させる方法を知っているのだ。彼らの肉体は追放され、火の中で死んだ。しかしその怨念はいつまでも消えず、彼らの音楽と詩を通して私たちにも見え、この亡霊は彼らを地獄へ導いた炎のように、やがてラグーナ全体に燃え広がり迫ってくるだろう。これは最近になってラグーナの文芸誌に掲載された論文です。面白い見解ですね。長きにわたって復讐心を持ち続けるキャラクターは実に魅力的です。
ストーリーね。
おそらく先ほどの状況も誰かが知らずに演奏したことで、この論文に書かれているような怪物が現れたのでしょう。しかしこれはあくまで筆者の見解に過ぎません。あの詩人たちが亡くなってから
Aku baru
すでに
nyadar
長い年月が経ってい
kita
ます。
belum punya playable
真実
karakter
を知る者はもはや誰もいません。
yang gotik. Ini kan sebutannya gotik nggak sih, bisa disebutnya? Nih yang kayak gitu tuh.
もし本当に怨念から怪物が生まれたとすれば、
Ayo
なぜ
next.
亡霊はよりによってあなたを選んだの
Next
でしょ
bisa
うか。
mami gotik
両
gitu.
白者さん、実に興味深いですね。
Kayak Maria, kayak Maria dari Bloodborne gitu. Wuh, all in aing langsung. Bener-bener. Aing langsung all in kalau ada karakter kayak
実
Maria mah.
は遺作を書き写したものがあるのです。どうぞあなた方に差し上げましょう。カルネバーレのお礼です。もしかしたら役に立つかもしれません。それでは我が友よ、また会いましょう。私は場所を変えて脚本を書き進めなくては。
この亡霊は彼らを地獄へ導いた炎のように、やがてラグーナ全体に燃え広がり迫ってくるだろう。 真偽のほどは確かではありません。ですが正体不明の怪物が出現し、あなたを襲おうとしたのは事実。ひとまず探りを入れてみましょう。死に詳しい知り合いがいます。以前あなたも会ったことがあるはずです。あのトパーズにそっくりな彼女ならきっと今も
stiker ya nggak Zra?
の近くにいますわ。
Stiker buat komen ada. Yang stiker yang buat komen ini nih mana sih? Stiker buat Zani emot. Nah ini aku nyalain dulu ininya ya. Monitor 1. Nah, nih yang ini ya. Yang gini nih, yang ini anjing. Kalau stiker fisiknya aku nggak ada, aku nggak ngecetak kan. Yang ini mungkin ntar aku aku upload di Discord kayak yang buat stiker gini. Aku main banyak nyimpen stiker kayak ini. Nah, ini even meskipun untuk meng-hate Genshin perlu diakuin lah, ya lah stikernya lucu lah. Nih Art Mike. Anjing juga ya itu Kuro Games kepikiran anjing bikin. Ya even Kuro Games juga sebenarnya di PGR juga stikernya nge-meme juga gitu, kayak Lucia si Alpha duduk di kursi plastik itu awalnya stiker nge-meme kan. Spesial kejadian gitu sekarang gara-gara korek. Zani kerja sambil pakai tali kebahagiaan anjing. itu siapa sih yang marketingnya kayak gitu? Gila, Zani lagi main pakai tali ayunan kerjanya anjir. tali ayunan paling premium ya. Dinasti Golden Anthem kita lihat Dinasti Golden Anthem. Story-nya 2 jam. 2 jam bener kan? Iya 2 jam bisa lah ya. Jadi nggak lama-lama banget. Ubah ke Inggris dulu kali ya kayaknya. Soalnya Dinasti itu enak ini. Kalau Karota to look for topas, anjing ada topas di sini. Di sini topasnya bawa Nambi nggak? Oh nggak, di sini topasnya Baheno nggak? Topas Baheno. Aku HSR belum lanjut lagi ya, jadi story kayak anjing pas ngedenger satu story partnya tuh 8 jam. Fuck, kata Aing full yapping 8 part ditambah battlenya sedikit. Oh fuck, kataku mah ya. Mending kok dikotin sendiri kayaknya itu HSR. Katanya ceritanya bagus sih. Yang versi sekarang peaknya. Tapi 8 jam men, full yapping. Even Final Fantasy sama Octopath Traveler kayak meskipun ini tapi battlenya banyak deh. Even Octopath Traveler banyak anjing battlenya. Wah anjing, kadang game gacha tuh kadang ya yang sebelin dari story game gacha tuh ya gameplaynya tuh dikit. Ya beda ya kalau Genshin kayak gini kan kita harus explore gitu kan. SR Artmax, even Artmax gitu yang ku suka. Satu event story pernah tuh 9 jam. Wah anjing, baca doang itu. Gameplaynya dikit, singkat, battlenya singkat, storynya bisa 2 jam anjing. Buset dah.
In her world, poetry and music hold equal sway. Listen carefully.
a journey towards the dreams. All the hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise gild our wings. Let the twilight soothe our
Follow the song to find her.
skyward forever wild and free.
Ya betul defense kalau lama bikin males sih Zra. Iya tahu. Kayak cuman Arknights.
Rover, Carlotta, it's been too long.
Arknights story-nya itu 2 jam. 2 jam itu let's say kayak kan biasanya kalau kayak FG itu kan ada before gameplay sama after gameplay story-nya kan. Nah, Arknights before gameplay-nya itu story before gameplay-nya itu 2 jam. Bisa sejam. Paling lama 2 jam pernah. 30 menit 1 jam. After gameplay ya itu ada 30 menit sama 1 jam lagi. Nah itu tai sebenernya. For a fact yang ngisi Kyakona ini, yang ngisi suaranya If dari Stellar Blade. Nih ya, Kyakona VA English. Dia tuh yang ngisi suaranya If dari Stellar Blade. Scottish actor. Scottish sih, dia Scottish bukan British ternyata. Nah ya nih, If Stellar Blade. Ya Scottish. Scottish. Ini British, itu Scottish.
You really must adore that song. I remember hearing you sing it when I was little.
Ntar, nah, you really must adore that song. I remember hearing you sing it when I was little. Kan kamu memang kecil. Anda kan memang little. Sampai sekarang juga little anjir.
When I was a child, whenever I passed by Chakona's house, I'd always hear music drifting from the courtyard.
Aduh.
Lively, spirited, and so full of emotion.
Sekarang kalau aku nge-screenshot tuh kedengeran terus ya anjing. Sting! Sting! Kan biasanya cuman ada Nvidia itu
I
doang.
remember it well. Those 2 guards of yours were like giants from Septimont. Easily 200 pounds of pure muscle.
Back then, Chakona's family conducted the Order's choir.
Nah, sudah aku juga video ada anime convention di mana isinya orang cos. Iya, yang aku share kemarin kan, yang orang-orang cosplaynya Gilgamesh dia My Days sendiri. Cuman karena si My Day itu mirip Gilgamesh, gak ada yang nyadar. Ya tapi kalau yang cosplay Gilgamesh yang paling gue suka tuh kalau ini Gilgamesh itu yang full armor kayak di Fate Zero gitu. Wah. itu lucu anjir.
How should I put it? Well,
Jadi
as they
fake,
say,
jadi
families
faker.
are always rising and falling.
Nggak ada di Throne of Heroes kayak ini Gilgamesh, tapi ke Gilgamesh yang ini kalau versi Gilgamesh yang ini tidak pernah tercatat di Thrones of Heroes, nggak pernah ada di catatannya Sinar Maya. Karena siapa? Anda Gilgamesh dari
Song is a song,
mana?
whether sung in a grand hall or beneath the open sky. As for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs. Anyway, the 2 of you came in such a hurry. I suppose you're not here to take in the music?
Ya panik banget ya kalau tanya.
Oh, so you eavesdropped on a man rambling on in C3 Sharp, and then, poof, out pops a monster.
Bentar. C3 Sharp.
It is the point. I need to know what kind of music could possibly have the power to conjure up those monsters of yours. The Golden Anthem. That name should never be spoken. They're criminals. To conspire with them is to risk banishment at sea. Or worse.
Don't worry. This won't be the first time we've crossed paths with the Order.
Fine. From what you've told me, the composers of this poem cursed Rinasita, spelling the fall of Raguna. When the poem is played, some type of horror appears. If I understand correctly, that's what attacked you and Carlotta. If you ask me, this story is a right load of codswallop. I don't believe a simple little poem could curse Rinasita.
Then you...
We need to get to the heart of this poem and music mystery. Let me join you. I can't resist a good adventure.
Ya, nggak barusan.
I'll help you find the link between the music and those daemons. But in return, I want you to hand these pages to me for safekeeping.
Tapi tak kenapa nggak gini. Ini kan yang isi suaranya, yang isi suara If dari Stellar Blade juga kan? Kok beda ya aja? Feelsnya tuh beda dari kayak aku ngedengerin If dari Stellar Blade. Ya, tanda voice actor bagus. Tanda voice actor bagus itu adalah feelsnya antar karakter itu beda.
Then we have a deal.
Oh, mungkin karena If tuh lebih kalem kali ya.
Since you believe this music
Karakternya If tuh lebih kalem
how
kali ya.
about we test it for ourselves? I've already memorized the sheet music.
It's risky, but there's no surer way to find out. Wouldn't you agree, Rover?
Seeing is believing.
The final work of poets banished to distant seas and condemned to death.
Ini berapa screenshot? Berapa screenshot? Udah berapa screenshot?
What, I wonder, did the verses forged in flames truly sing of?
Hujan. Nice. Jadi nggak panas. Jangan. Ntar aku jadi sabung game, jangan.
They are just like the ones that attacked us in the restaurant.
Perfect wrap up. Tuning in. Leave it to me. diminish, okay? Sentinel, protect me. Together we stand.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all.
With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing furnace shall forge Raguna's true gold. Is it saying Raguna will burn to the ground?
They wanted their resentment to echo through the streets. Just by reading this, I can almost see their terrifying faces in the fire.
These voices. They're people of Raguna, aren't they? I think I heard Mr. C3 Sharp in the mix.
If the poet's resentful souls gave birth to daemons, then shouldn't they sound like the poets themselves? Those voices were just people who read or heard their work.
Perhaps the voices themselves are what causes the daemons to manifest. In the legends, daemons are born of death and curses.
Nah, ini benar. Ini apa yang tadi aku bilang di early itu, kalau iblis tuh apa, ras iblis tuh lebih bagus itu kalau perspektifnya tuh lahirnya tuh dari kematian dan kutukan. Tambah lagi aja, iblis itu lahirnya dari 7 dosa besar. Apa aja sih 7 dosa? Amarah, glutoni itu apa? Rakus, horny, dan lain-lainnya, sombong. Bener kan? 7 dosa besar dari jiwa yang bergentayangan. Nah, udah bener.
What we've seen isn't like that, no. They're more like horrors created from people's words and imagination. Of course, I'm just speculating. The voices were somewhat muddled. Perhaps I can refine the melody. This time, we need to listen harder. Let's find out what the true story really is.
Anjing.
This is a realm created from melodies. Music can transcend space and time to bring memories and stories to life. No. Normally, you can't perceive the frequencies in a melody. But that manuscript lets you see the world as I do. That part...
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all.
Perhaps it was a simple poem at first, nothing more. But then that article claimed it was a curse upon Raguna. Given that members of the Golden Anthem were banished on the Pilgrim's sail and died in a fire, the notion quickly took hold. No one knew exactly what happened, so they filled in the gaps with their imaginations. With motive and a complete story. Perhaps that's all it took for a lie to become the truth. Each time someone plays their last work, it summons daemons. This is the Golden Anthem's revenge and curse upon Raguna. But still, words and imagination alone cannot bring something into existence. Yes, someone must have used them to create the daemons. What if the mastermind pulling the strings from the shadows is the author of that article. Daemons are bound to their creator, so it might not be a coincidence you felt them target you at the restaurant. There could be a connection between you and this mastermind. Or perhaps they have their own reasons for wanting to see you silenced. Imagination knows no bounds. If left unchecked, such incidents will only increase. For resonators, dealing with them isn't much of a challenge. But for ordinary folk, it's enough to spark panic across the city. Finding the one pulling the strings should be our priority.
Some choice. Oh.
If the daemons are born from the public's imagination, then things will shift once we catch whoever is responsible for... Music and poetry are born from kindness and hope. Yet now they've been twisted to create these monstrosities. Whoever is behind this won't just sit back and watch. The thought of confronting them is already inspiring me to write a ballad. What should I call it? Which instruments would fit?
Our enemy hides in the dark, while we remain in the light. If that's the case, we need to split up. With your tenacity and Kona's expertise, we will uncover the truth. Someone has pointed a gun at Cat's Eye. Someone ought to pull back the curtain and expose them. The family has its ways. Tracing the article's source and finding this mastermind won't be a problem.
If we find melodies connected to the Poets Society, I can bring the past into clearer focus. I've got it, Rover! I know a place where they've definitely left their mark. Let's go. Onward to new melodies!
Waduh, tahu-tahu.
I really admire the wind. It's free to go anywhere without restraint. If only it could carry my poems into the hands of everyone across the world.
Tahu-tahu berdua di sini. Imagination. Ini di mana? Pelan lah ya. Pelan aja lah ya. Oh, udah selesai. Ada.
Ta-da! Welcome to Requiem Paradise.
Requiem Paradise taal. Sure, wherein nasita post and which. Oh.
This is where Raguna's musicians lay their old instruments to rest.
Ini bagus anjir cahayanya.
For the people of Raguna, the sea is everything. We live and sleep by the sea, and our souls drift out to sea when we pass. Since an instrument is an extension of the musician, it's only fitting that it's buried by the sea. May its dreams be long and sweet before returning to the waves. I'm certain this is where the poets of the Golden Anthem laid their instruments to rest before their banishment. What's wrong? You seem troubled. Is that what's been on your mind this whole time? I say, if the answers aren't coming, let it all go and clear your mind. To be honest, I haven't found any leads either. But worry not. This is what we bards call a bottleneck.
Bottleneck.
Once, I spent 3 days just trying to find the right words to describe a tree. Couldn't do it. Not one word.
Ya, nggak ke screenshot. Nggak ke screenshot bagian itu. Ya udah.
So, I stood under that tree and prayed for an apple to fall on my head.
I stood under the tree and pray for. Oh, lu mau jadi siapa sih yang ini Newton ya? Apple tree theory. Isaac Newton ya, Newton emang mau jadi Newton dia anjir.
You know, just like in those stories where inspiration strikes after an apple hits you. And, well, at least you get a snack out of it.
Apple.
Sadly, the apples weren't ripe and none fell. No free nibbles for me, unfortunately.
Simsalabim.
Try it.
Huh. It's a real apple.
Later, when I finally decided to leave, I looked up through the gaps in the branches and suddenly saw a blooming flower atop a cliff. Turns out, even without an apple, inspiration may yet strike. But if I hadn't stood there, I might have missed that unexpected burst of beauty. So, maybe this is enough. Let's put aside heavy thoughts and continue our walk with a clear mind.
Ini aku record buat ini dulu nggak sih, buat namanya apa, wallpaper? Enggak deh, kalau yang ini bisa ku edit sih buat efek-efek.
I'm starting to understand why Carlotta calls you Topaz.
Kerlu. Kalau Rovernya aku masih kurangnya ya sama suara.
Is that so?
Sunlit.
But I'm nowhere near as dazzling as the sun. If anything, I'd rather be like Icarus in the story. Soaring freely in the sky, even if it means falling in the end.
Imagination.
I sense the melody of an instrument.
Optional.
A harp. It's in excellent condition, but its tone is flat and dull. Let's keep it for now and see if there are any other instruments nearby. Is that a lute?
Lute.
Its echoes are faint, Perhaps because it's been abandoned longer than the Wait. The sound may be weak, but there's an undeniable strength to it. Rover, behind you! It seems this lute likely belonged to a member of the Poet Society. Which is to say, it holds the melodies they left behind. Ta-da! A grand overture.
Shut it.
Leave it to me. A perfect chord. Ooh, the pitch is now presenting a poem of finale.
Ya, baru ulti.
The timbre also matches. I believe this lute is exactly what we've been looking for. Sometimes, even when the instruments are the same, the performer's mood can change the entire sound. For example, this lute doesn't seek to boast. It speaks softly, like a traveler sharing a story over tea in the warmth of an afternoon. The true purpose of music is to express what words cannot. Rover, if there's something you want to say but can't put into words, if you sing it, maybe I'll understand.
But I haven't even heard you sing yet.
Me? Perhaps another time. Once all this is settled, I'll perform for you. Be sure to listen closely then. Now, it's in the lute sounds. I hope this melody holds a tale worth telling. Listen, I hear something up ahead. It seems like an interrogation room. This melody carries the weight of the Poet Society interrogation. Let's keep moving. Take care with each step. The melodies left by these instruments are extremely fragile. The realm we're about to enter will appear fragmented. We may find ourselves straddling vast rifts in time and space. A single misstep could draw us into other melodies, leaving us lost within them.
Farrell of the Golden Anthem. Know that Imperator is stern, yet merciful. The Codex teaches us that those whose sins are cleansed by this... It is a grave offense to slander the Sentinel. This includes your claim that the Sentinel's true form is a steed of the skies. I was told you found this lie carved on a lithograph. In the face of the tempest, a giant celestial steed carved a path for the Ark. If you admit you were mistaken at tomorrow's trial and reveal where you have hidden the evidence, I will move mountains to protect you and your companions. Remember, Imperator only responds to repentance, not silence.
I'm sorry, Sir Acolyte. I'm doing my best to cooperate. Please don't mistake my silence for defiance. It's just... this room is freezing, and I've caught a chill. I'm afraid that by the time I see the Sentinel, I will have lost my voice entirely. Perhaps then, they will judge you for silencing a poor transgressor's confession.
As long as you repent and help us destroy those blasphemous poems and songs, the Sentinel shall show mercy. You are a wise man. I trust you will make the right choice. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Good night, Mr. Farrell. I will always be here should you wish to receive the Sentinel's mercy.
No need to worry, Sir Acolyte. In fact, I'm beginning to enjoy the cold.
Neither official nor private records show them as having ever repented in the Cathedral of Mercury. This melody is fading fast. Let's check if there's anything nearby to amplify it.
Farrell's gone mad. He ought to have hidden the truth in our secret study. Why would he slip this dangerous knowledge into his poems and hand them out to children? We ought to have buried the truth.
Buried the truth. It just occurred to me. Is that our mastermind's true aim? To that end, he stirs panic to deepen Ragonese prejudice against the Poet Society. Words and music are weapons without...
I knew this was to be our fate. From the moment we uncovered that lithograph, I knew it would come to this. Still, I have no regrets. But if the Sentinel's true form is a flying steed, all this time, we've been living nothing but a lie.
The Order's stance is that the Poet Society concealed blasphemous work. That's right! You must have seen the Sentinel in the inverted tower. To keep the Sentinel's true form a secret, the Order ruined the Golden Anthem's reputation.
Oh. Oh, jadi rakyat Renasita tuh nggak pernah ngeliat secara
I
langsung.
understand what Farrell was trying to do. We're not adventurers or mighty resonators. We don't even have the time or ability to determine whether that lithograph is real or... Farrell only wanted to share our fate has been sealed.
They don't sound like they're full of hatred at all. If anything, they appear to have anticipated what would... During the interrogation, they kept their composure and did not offer fierce resistance.
Everything seems to revolve around the Order. Could they be the ultimate mastermind behind them?
We don't know that for certain. But at least we now know the Poet Society would never place a curse on Raguna. The melody is fading faster now and becoming unstable. We should leave. We can continue our discussion later.
Where is this place? A study? Chikona, are we? Chikona?
Chikona. Gimana sih ini kalau ya? Chikona.
We must have gotten separated. Chikona did say even a slight misstep could draw us into other melodies. Am I?
You are to build a home here, like seabirds. Dwell upon the water, just as countless stars dot the night sky. I don't know if what I'm feeling is right or wrong. They were clearly the Sentinel's cantors. Why would anyone call them criminals who insulted divinity?
Chikona kemasan saset, ya kah?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns.
Chikona kemasan saset.
I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold. A flame, celestial steed, true form I behold.
Oh ini.
The night sky will be illuminated by wings of flame, and I shall be reborn in immortal poetry.
Because they cannot banish the truth, the Order of the Deep instead banished us to the sea. Our thirst for truth is why we were cast out. No matter what, remember this. The truth will always exist. And the truth is gold that is unafraid of the fiercest of flames.
Bentar, aku mau ganti thumbnail dulu deh. Ya, ini kan thumbnail acak aja gitu kan. Kita lihat.
Can't get through, but the sounds are coming from over there.
So this apa ya? Pakai yang mana ya? Oke. Yang ini aja deh. Aku mau AUX.
What is this place? Who are you?
She's always been distant and aloof, but her true melody is both heavy and fragile. Chacona Toccata. As long as you still draw breath, Chacona Toccata. Lift your eyes and look. With this poem, your life is eternal. Rover? Rover, are you all right? Finally, I got you out of there. You must have been drawn into a different melody on our way out.
I just walked into his study and ran into a strange little girl. She seemed quite taken with the Poet Society's work. She mentioned a name. Chacona Toccata.
I see. I don't know who you met, but Toccata is my family name. As I said before, for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs. Just call me Chacona. We don't need to overcomplicate things. Well, we have made some progress. The melody we were in gave me a hint on what to do next. Yes, seeing as they banished the Golden Anthem, we might find more clues in the Cathedral of Mercury.
Bisa open mic lagi. Seribu, aku mau bikin teh dulu deh sekalian nyari makan di bawah. I'm back. Wah, makan. Udah makan, barusan.
Efficiency above all.
Have you found her yet? No.
She's not here either. Oh, greetings, brother and sister.
Mulutnya tuh men, bukan
Might I ask,
JPEG.
have you seen someone dressed like us who likes to walk with her head down?
No. Razor doesn't like walking with her head down. She must have gotten into some trouble. Thank you for the compliment, sir. These are our ceremonial robes. We're rehearsing hymns to sing at the ceremony. Racer is our lead chorister. We took a break from rehearsing to play hide and seek. But when the time ran out, we couldn't find her.
Tumben mulutnya gerak. Biasanya kan cuman frame 1, frame 2, frame 1, frame 2 doang.
Maybe she got mad at us because we sang badly. She hasn't smiled at us much since rehearsal started.
Can you tell your big sister here what hymn you're rehearsing?
The teacher says it's a hymn to honor the brave knights and the sentinel's guidance. But Razor says the hymn was written by a bunch of criminals.
Well, which way did Racer go? We can help you look for her.
Really? She went that way.
Such a beautiful voice, isn't it?
You're the laureate! And you are?
My name is Jacona.
A friend of mine.
Don't be scared. We're only here so that you can finish your game of hide and seek.
Hide and seek, right. Myron and the others are waiting for me. Sorry I've caused you trouble.
How about a little chat first? Something's troubling you. I can tell.
What? Of course not. The ceremony is coming up, and the choir still has so much to rehearse. I'm fine.
Young ones today have so much talent. If I had the chance, I'd love to learn how to sing hymns. You know, our laureate here definitely knows how to sing hymns.
It's just... Before the performance, the choir has to listen to the same music, recite the same lyrics, and do the same rehearsals every day. What's more, the hymn we're practicing, it was composed by bad people. Teacher calls them heretic poets. Myron and the others never complain. They're always eager to sing praises to the Sentinel on stage. But now, their dreams are all dashed because of me. Myron, Patero, and Shear's voices are in perfect harmony, but I can never keep up. And I don't like this hymn. Myron and the others are too young to realize that heresy is a grave offense, but I know. I just don't understand why the Order wants us to sing songs written by criminals. The more I thought about it, the more out of rhythm I became. In the end, I could barely sing at all. That song just now. I've already forgotten how it's supposed to sound.
Well, what do you think a hymn should sound like?
A hymn, as the books state, is a song of praise for the Sentinel who leads the lost to the abundant lands.
No, not that. I mean, how does it make you feel? Try to remember what you were feeling when you were singing alone in the corner just now.
Oh, I didn't want to hold everyone back, and I really wanted to help everyone have a great performance at the ceremony.
Then hold on to that feeling. Let's rehearse again. You don't have anyone sitting in on your rehearsals, do you?
Uh-huh.
Well then, the laureate and I will be the first to hear you perform.
This is a cathedral. That's the choir on stage, with the Poet Society leading them. Looks like it's a ceremony of some kind. It sounds like...
On the surface, yes. The Order certainly upheld Raguna's prosperity. Simply knowing the Order once stood with the poets doesn't reveal the true reason behind their banishment.
It sounds like a song celebrating the knights who defeated the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven.
Degenerates! Arrogant hypocrites, every last one of you! You have no idea what happened! Not at all! Has the Order reduced our sacrifices to mere tales to be told over tea? The Sentinel's blessing! Ah! Where were you when we fought the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven? Where were any of you? Where was the Sentinel? We didn't fight for the Sentinel or for the damned Order. We fought for ourselves. You're nothing but hypocrites.
This is madness! Who is this madman? Someone remove him from here immediately. Do not be deceived. All knights who rode into that battle wielded swords sanctified by the Order. They fought in the name of divinity.
What he said about the common folk, is it true? Tell me, were they also sent to fight at Whisperwind Haven? I must see it for myself.
What a mess. I suppose this incident is what changed the Poet Society. Strange. Why is this passageway so long? This is the same study I stumbled into in the Realm of Melody.
Afternoon tea! Yes, please. Your tea and biscuits, miss. I'll reapply the medicine once you've finished. Next time, no more climbing walls. Understood?
It wasn't just for fun.
There, I understand. You've always been a curious child. You saw something terribly interesting and snuck out to take a
Look at this. This book says the flower doesn't live long. But that's silly. I know it can survive the coldest of winters. Maybe one day, I'll become a great bard.
Miss, this study is a secret. You must never tell a soul.
I understand. But I've always wondered, why do people say they're guilty? There are so many interesting poems and songs here.
Oh, what splendid singing!
Racer did wonderfully.
Thanks to you, I figured it out. Sincerity is what truly matters when we pray and sing.
Yes. A hymn isn't just a few lines. The hymn may differ in each person's eyes. I hope you'll give the audience a So, what did you see in Razor's melody?
The Poet Society was criticized for glorifying the knights over the common folk during one of their hymn performances. Their assumptions were challenged, so they traveled to the knights' encampment at Whisperwind Haven to verify the truth for themselves.
This incident may have been the turning point for the Poet Society. Did you find any other clues? Next time we venture into the realm of melodies, perhaps we should tie our hands together to stop you from getting lost. If the Order's choir is pointing us to Whisperwind Haven, then that's where we'll find more clues. I've heard of these nights during my travels. This should be where their old encampment stood. But there don't seem to be any instruments, poems, or music here that carry the memory of a melody. Let's try searching the area first. These bonfire poets were no doubt to find the melody. We should try. Perhaps inspiration will strike us along the way. This was the last stop on their route. Oh, the view just now as we soared in the sky. What is it? Has anything come to mind? Oh, yes. How did I miss that? The wind, it rises from the primal, churning endlessly, echoing in our ears, playing a tune, of course. I want to capture the mood they must have felt when they were here.
Rimbo and Selena must have returned to Raguna by now. That lithograph of the Sentinel's true form, did that gentleman guide us intentionally? Backpack stuffed with papers claiming to be a common artist, yet he spoke like a nobleman. But I can't have... If not for his help, we'd still be singing praises to a false Sentinel. He's right. We cannot continue to sing for the Order anymore. We must enlighten the people of Raguna. They deserve to know the truth. The Knights of the Order defend only the Order's interests, and so... the time has come for us to become knights for the people of Raguna.
It seems someone told the poets the truth about the Sentinel, and even suggested they stop singing solely for divinity and begin singing for the common folk as well. On the surface, what our mystery man said makes perfect sense. He even has knowledge of Imperator's true form. And this hidden lithograph is evidence the poets were telling the truth. Is this form of the Sentinel the same as the one you saw at Avenolium? So the poets were indeed banished for uncovering the Order's secrets. Even under interrogation, they held their silence. It wasn't until they met this mysterious man and learned the truth that they chose to become knights of resentment, and curses are not songs of their own style. We must confront his lies and put an end to these days. But once the truth of the Golden Anthem at Imperator is revealed, it will no longer be just a matter of daemons. But is now the right time?
The will of the people is strong. This mastermind is so sure that the lies about the Sentinel will go undiscovered, and that no one will easily believe that the truth exists to be uncovered.
Yes. We'll go back to Margarita's. It's where our story began, and it's where it must end. Miss Margarita!
Well, hello. If it isn't Rover and Chacona. Oh, Miss Chacona is a regular around here, you know. I've even asked her to perform a few times. Helps bring in the crowds.
Actually, I've come to ask a favor of you today, Miss Margarita. I'm sure you've heard the rumors circulating lately about the Poets Society's legacy. There's something important we'd like to share. Could you help us gather everyone?
Not a problem at all. Did you make any big discoveries? I'm so curious about what actually happened, it's driving me nuts.
Rover, we'll begin when you're ready. The poets did board the Pilgrim's sail, becoming the stars of their own final act. We all know if you wish to hear their true voices once more, seek them at the Cathedral of Mercury. The children there still sing as the fire filled the ship's cabins. If the poets truly meant to curse this charade, it was carefully crafted, twisting their work to tomorrow. At the Odyssey Opera House, I will reveal the truth.
This can't... This is very confusing.
Previously.
Sorry.
Loria, is this all real? What do you mean by the truth? Did you discover something? The poets of the Golden Anthem, they were... A fascinating story indeed. You've certainly piqued everyone's curiosity. The speech you made just now, you're implying the poets of the Golden Anthem were framed and their works deliberately misinterpreted.
Exactly. Someone used the story of the Golden Anthem to stir the public's curiosity. This is what created the daemons.
If memory serves, official records of the Order of the Deep state the poets were charged with blasphemy against the Sentinel. Surely you're not suggesting this was all the Order's doing? I dare say, such remarks would be considered a grave crime, punishable by banishment.
Are you from a noble family? The city's elite have a habit of siding with the Order.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. I admit, I do get that question quite often. I am but a traveling playwright. Your presentation brings me back to a play I wrote in my youth. A group of birds locked inside a cage. Convinced they will never fly, they do nothing but stand on a perch. Then, one day, the cage door opened. The young birds flapped their fragile wings attempting to fly, but plummeted to the ground. Many consider their fate a tragic one. What say you?
I see it differently. Even if they met their end falling into the abyss, they still had a chance to glimpse the sky and spread their wings.
And what of those who chose to remain in the cage, having witnessed their predecessors fall to their demise? Will they dare to reach for the skies, after realizing the cost of choosing to fly? Does the truth exist to protect, or to harm? Miss Poet, I look forward to tomorrow's arrival.
A splendid retaliation. I witnessed all of your performance. Like everyone present, I too eagerly anticipate tomorrow's arrival. As expected, the Order's fingerprints are all over it. According to our inside sources, it was none other than acolytes from the Order who salvaged the poet's lost works from the wreckage. They've long known of their existence and hid the poems in the Order's library. It's possible this was a sham all along. Choosing to make it public now likely means they're using those poems to obscure the real truth. Now, considering the fact that the untraceable article first began circulating among poets, musicians, and playwrights alike, I think it's fair to say its author is a regular of such secret circles. He may even be the resonator we've speculated about. His collusion with the Order is why these rumors are allowed to run rampant in the streets. I'll have someone follow this secret circle's trail and see what we can find. We should also share these findings with Chikona. As a poet, her insights would be much appreciated.
Final sign of Chikona.
She was just there a moment ago.
Just like when we were children. Gone without a trace. And she and her family disappeared without even a goodbye. Ms. Margarita, have you seen Chacona?
Miss Chacona? She was squirreling off towards the harbor earlier. I thought that's where you were meeting, so I didn't say a word. She did look quite down, though. Never seen her wear such a gloom.
Thank you for letting us know, Ms. Margarita.
Why don't we split up and look for her at the heart?
Ah, nyangkut.
The young birds left their cage, flapping frail wings as they fell to the ground.
I never thought his words would reach into the depths I sealed away so long ago.
Coming here implies you worry about tomorrow's outcome. You intend to reveal the truth of the Sentinel to the public. But that revelation, it comes with a price. One you've paid before as a child. Remember?
This is the past.
And here I thought you'd be much wiser than this. You know the dangers of pilgrimage, yet you all still cling to the same reckless path. Tell me, what drives such stubbornness?
The truth has its thorns, and the Golden Anthem has already paid its price. Do you wish to relive their fate?
Is that what you're trying to tell me with your play? But you know nothing of how the Golden Anthem responded.
Allow me to share the answer, Sir Acolyte. Do you remember the very first voice from the heavens? The one the people of Renacita kept alive in their hearts as they built their homes on this land? Surely you've seen The Golden Bough, yes? A play where people from various clans wear masks, singing and celebrating together. An occasion you now call Carnival.
And what of it?
It is words and songs. We are not your enemies. What you face here is something that is hard to describe, something I call reverberation. It exists forever, and you can never defeat it.
You pitiful fool. Off to the seas with that reverberation you believe in so dearly.
The Order of the Deep seeks to banish us to the seas because they know they can't banish the truth.
Oh, ini yang pasti tadi roofernya pas kita ini yang nyasar pertama. Cakonanya lagi ngeliatin dari
The
rumah.
bell they tolled. I will be the one to carry its sound forward.
The parallels, so striking. Just like the day the Poets Society boarded their sail. You,
Chacona Toccata, blaspheming against the Sentinel. So this is the resonance they babbled on about. After all these years, another group of fools is ready to march down the same path. Why are there always those who believe the Sentinel is some damn horse?
Where are there always those fools?
The poets were at least clever enough to hold their tongues, but you have the nerve to parade your blasphemy through the streets. Almost makes those poets look noble by comparison.
Emangnya di order itu ngiranya apa sih?
Is that so, Sir Acolyte? I do hope you dream of this sentinel of yours every night, then.
Spare me your sarcasm, you insolent bard! You're nothing but a mouthy relic, the last of what remains of your wretched family. Do you not repent for your crimes?
Ah, so you've already tasted their fate, haven't you? You and your family, banished in the name of blasphemy. Such a dramatic turn of events. As cantors of the Sentinel, both the Toccata family and the Poet Society committed the same crime. Tell me, what is the connection between you and those poets?
You're nothing but a figment of my imagination. None of this concerns you. It was a price we were willing to pay. We have no regrets. When I was a child, I lacked the ability to prove the Sentinel's true form. But now, with the inverted tower shifting and the prophesied laureate among us, I believe the opportunity has presented itself for the truth to be...
Opportunity. Indeed. The moment of choice dawns once more. Do you intend to repeat history? This time, dragging Rover along with you, boarding the pilgrim sail and clinging to hope as the storm carries you away. Isn't this what you're afraid of? You've unraveled the hand behind it all, but the Order will never allow such truths to see the light. Rover, Miss Carlotta, and all those you've gathered along the way will be forced to bear the consequences of your quest for the truth. And perhaps even that blessed maiden whose whereabouts remain a mystery to this day.
Whose whereabouts remain a mystery to this. Wah, Bless Maidennya sih udah ketahuan ya kalau kita ya. Tapi bukan si Cantarella lagi kan?
Even so, will you two still insist on stepping onto that stage tomorrow? Have you really made your choice? I look forward to the arrival of tomorrow, Miss Poet.
Is this Chacona's sheet music?
Oh, aku kira
She was here.
dari aku scrolling Facebook, aku kira The Order akhirnya emang beneran gerak buat nangkep Rover anjir. Ternyata enggak.
The vision I just saw seems to have been recorded from this. Chacona mentioned she always writes down her melodies on manuscript paper. Could this be the Golden Anthem?
Lagi tegang sakit perut anjir.
An interrogation room. Being here reminds me of the many unanswered questions still hidden within these melodies. The girl in the Poet Society's study must have been Chacona when she was little. What happened last time was no accident. As the performer, her own melodies got entangled in the... But why was she there? And why are the Takata family and the Poets Society accused of the same crime?
Mana si pointer ko?
Thank you for understanding everything. Is there anyone else here besides you? You must have touched the Golden Anthem's music sheet. This is the story it holds. To be able to touch it means you're someone I can trust. I am yesterday's child of ignorance, the actor now on stage, and the banished sinner of tomorrow, Chakona Takata. Let me tell you, the story of the Golden Anthem doesn't just belong to the Poets Society. It also belongs to me, Chakona Takata. This is how it all started. A mysterious person showed the poets the truth about the Sentinel. Then they decided to become Knights of Raguna. Back then, besides the conductor, there were others who helped organize things. That was us, the Takata family. It didn't take long for the Order to notice us. To keep everyone safe, they gave my father a key to a study. Inside, there were papers that could have destroyed the Order, if anyone would even believe them in the first place. It was blasphemy, but my father didn't hesitate. He took the key right away. As you've already seen, I was also banished. You've probably heard a lot about the pilgrims' sail from Brant.
Oke. Kira konanya emang ikutan diusir juga. Kukira kayak keluarganya diusir, kira konanya yang sendirian gitu.
Usually, the food and water in those ships aren't enough to get the people where they need to go. As for the fire, the poets started it themselves. In the past, everyone thought they were brilliant cantors. But inside, only they understood how fake and arrogant all their poems and music really were. In the world they dreamed of, poets would no longer be shackled, but the Order was afraid. They didn't want any loose ends. So they went to salvage the ship's wreckage. The Golden Anthem gave my father the key. I still remember the day he handed me the...
Don't see it as a burden, my child. Only this kind of courage can rid your father of the cowardice he should...
Father wanted to tell everyone. So the Order put him on a... I wrote songs. The Poets Society and our family. Now, I have that, but this time, I have...
Like I said, the truth, there are hints of the sea inside you.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding everything.
This song, it's the one she performed last time. Why does it sound so sad this time?
So, Miss Poet, have you made your decision?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold.
I know what you're thinking. You're worried I might end up on the same path you did. Go on.
Shut.
Follow your heart. I'll be with you. Till the end.
A penniless bard and the laureate roving in a foreign land.
Bagus banget tadi yang
Together,
dulu.
we rise up, but as long as the seeds of doubt...
There! Now, how's that for a story worth telling? Ah, speaking of which, have you ever read that novel? It's about a knight on a quest to challenge a giant in the name of justice. The knight is also accompanied by a squire. Time after time, they throw themselves at the seemingly invincible giant.
Masih 20 menit lagi.
I am no Montelli, acolyte of the Order of the Deep or Knight of Raguna.
Isalia nggak disebut. Alah.
But still, I shall lead the charge. Yahoo! Mount up!
Sumpah kayak beda banget aja suaranya si Kyako. Terus Kyako sama If karena kepribadian mereka belak belakang kali ya. If tuh kan kalem gitu kan, kayak kalem polos gitu. Kyako kayak happy gue lagi ya gitu. Oh joget ya. Reveal the truth on stage between 12 AM. Kita berjalan dulu deh. Speaker. Taruh deh. Oh.
Maybe because you went to Avenolium and uncovered some of the truth, the Order is desperate.
Oh. Jadi mending dihabisin aja kali ya ini.
Banished and forever stripped of the right to sing for the Sentinel and the Order.
Taruh deh.
A fire, seemingly that doesn't quite add up. If hellfire was all that remained...
Aduh, ntar perutku sakit. Saya dulu dah bentar. I'm back. Biarin kebuka lah pintu. Panas aja.
As the forgotten songs rise once more, a tale of the past I shall tell. This is the story of those who were accused of blasphemy.
What?
They were once poets, singing songs for the divinity and the order. This is how their music became known to all. Until one day, they stumbled upon a truth that could not be proven. The Sentinel, whom we've always revered, is not what they seem. The true divinity granting us blessings is a majestic celestial steed that gallops across the high seas and soars through the skies. And the teachings in our scriptures? Lies. Lies told to us by the Order. Ask yourselves this. How could poets who once sang the praises of the Sentinel come to curse and resent Rinascita, a land they loved? People of Rinascita, have you ever wondered why the Order forbids us from seeing their earliest scriptures? Why did none of the fools that boarded the Pilgrim's sail ever thank the Sentinel?
Wah. Akal itu bahasa Indonesia itu apa sih? Translate. Google Translate. Lights. Mengisi dictionary. Maid, helper, servant, assistant, ajudan, pengikut, followers lah ya kalau kata lainnya mah untuk dalam konteks ini keagamaan ini pengikut. Cuman kenapa topeng kayak gitu tuh bisa nutupin identitas sih?
Imperator and Raguna have always stood united. Yet lately, they seem to have vanished from our dreams.
Chikona Takata, in the name of Imperator and Primus Fenrico, you are hereby under arrest. You will face the full weight of the law at the Order Penitentiary.
Is that so? And what are the charges this time, if I may ask?
Blasphemy!
Oh! The same old tricks again! Is this how the Order intends to keep the truth hidden?
Save your empty words for your confession to the Sentinel. Damnation! She's not working alone!
Farewell, Sir Acolyte! Oh, and just a little tip for you. Keep your eyes on the audience below. Let's see how much of the Order's hypocrisy these empty words can unveil. I have faith
The music of the Golden Anthem will one day echo across Raguna's skies again.
Jauh juga terbangnya anjir. Sampai ke deket. Oh nggak ketang, nevermind, nggak jauh.
A masked hero suddenly appeared, rescuing the bard right when she was... But that's a story for another time. You know what this means for you, right? Even with a mask on, people will still recognize the laureate.
I mean, mau pakai nggak pakai juga ini gitu.
I'm now a wanted criminal by the Order.
Partner in crime aja.
Now this is what a real poet, no, wait, a real knight is supposed to be. Well then.
Angle-nya bagus-bagus anjir. Sumpah. Nggak bisa nggak aing screenshot jadi.
This room
is our final stage. Now, it's your turn to step onto it.
You will witness a different world.
You arrogant hypocrites!
Led by curiosity and wonder, you step forward.
I am the gentle sea breeze, sweeping through Whisperwind Haven and towards Raguna's high walls.
Well, have you decided on your answer? I look forward to the public trial.
Perhaps our fates are not so different after all.
It is time, sinner against the Sentinel.
But you...
I will continue to sing.
As long as there are those who breathe and see.
My eternal summer will never fade.
Ya, telat. Angle juga bagus sih sekilas.
Do you feel it? The breeze from Whisperwind Haven. You
Ini
can
tadi
even
tak apa.
catch the faint scent of wet grass. Next thing you know, maybe an apple will fall on our heads.
Yeah,
Or
been
maybe
playing
a big
for 3
rainbow
hours.
from
Iya,
the
iya.
cloud and chase a squirrel
Iya.
down a rabbit hole.
Dikit lagi langgungnya story-nya ya.
Thank you, Rover. I don't have the Blessed Maiden's miracles, nor the powers of a hero. I'm just a wandering bard. The only thing I can offer is to immortalize this moment. I will carry all the stories about you with me. By the way, I met a man at Margarita's who claims to be a playwright. You should watch out for him.
I met them. Oh, si Christopher.
I'm not entirely sure who he really is, but my guess is that he might be the resonator who's been working with the Order.
Tapi tahu nggak sih yang dimaksudnya? Ini?
Here, you can have this music sheet.
Yes.
I'm heading off on a new mission. An escape mission. Starting today, I'm no longer just a wandering bard. I've got the Order hunting me now. A journey like this, it's begging to be written into a story. Don't you worry. I still remember our promise. About the song I wrote you. We will meet again. And I'll sing it for you, I swear.
Dapat kan? Iya, dapat.
After all, we're partners in crime now.
Keluar kah? Sorry. Oh, tinggal yang terakhir. Fenrico.
My Lord Primus, it seems your plan has not gone quite as you'd hoped. You sought to revive the blasphemous Poets Society, spreading their legacy to stoke the fires of prejudice, and through my aid summon daemons to sow fear across Raguna City.
I care not for labels of good or evil. My only care is Raguna's order and chaos. Fear is but one tool among many to maintain stability.
Ah, truly the words of one in possession of great power. Such lines are rare, even in plays. And yet, why do you seem so restless, Lord Fenrico? This is hardly the character I expected from you. Is it that foreign laureate that unsettles you so? Or perhaps that insignificant Toccata girl? Or is it something else you seek?
Out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Of course. As you will, Lord Fenrico.
Wait. You were the one who led the Poets Society to that lithograph, weren't you? I've heard whispers of your presence at Whisperwind Haven around that time. Whenever you were asked, you claimed to be seeking inspiration. Why are you doing this?
As you've said yourself, out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid. There was no deception. Indeed, I was seeking inspiration. In the end, I found a story about birds in a cage. The birds, having uncovered the truth, must decide. Will they choose to fly into the unknown, or remain caged within the familiar? Ah, Lord Fenrico, a word of reminder. Just as the young Toccata mentioned, how long has it been since you last dreamed of your true divinity? Armed with a wooden spear and a broken helmet, the knight charged at the windmill. His squire, ever loyal, trailed close behind as if becoming one with the knight. Together, truly astonishing. Even if you took such a script, what could you possibly accomplish, Hecate?
Selesai. Itu masuknya quest apa ya? Main story. Enggak. Ada AB. Cube and QB harusnya ini dong. Enggak. Bejir. Itu masuknya quest apa ya? Nizani. Oh ini deh, event quest. Masuknya event quest, tapi itu seharusnya permanen dong. Bahaya kalau nggak masuk permanen. Saya ini kayak ngasih tahu banget gitu loh, kayak di order tuh. Ngasih tahu di order Durjana. Anjir. Main quest. Harusnya masuknya ke main quest itu tuh. Companion quest, main story quest, main story. Anjir, archive. Ada archive. Scenery. Scenery di sini yang kepake cuma di Wang, sisanya nggak ada.
The divinity may foresee the future of the world, but I doubt they can predict which song people
plan with.
Would you like a fun game?
I love.
Today will be a.
To which stage will life guide us next?
Today.
To which stage?
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
Udah deh. Nah, ini tinggal ini doang ya. Ini mah kayaknya nggak perlu di nggak perlu di ini aja, nggak perlu di streaming sih. Ini harus main santai kalau yang ini. At least yang penting yang ini nih. Yang penting tuh yang ini. Ini ada hubungannya ke main story gitu. Terang. Permanen. Iya, berarti this team event offer a limited time reward. Make sure you. Nah, tapi story-nya permanen kan berarti. Aku cek deh di akun satu lagi permanen atau enggak ya. Bisa lah. Dapat requiem kantor. Ada shit. Aku harus nyari Astrid kemana lagi ya? Paling gini sih. Paling gini ya. 61 hari. Gampang lah. Udah gak ada lagi konten, nunggu baru lagi sih. Kok gitu sih? Nah, baru ada tuh ngebug anjir. Tapi nantinya 100% in map di sini tuh gampang banget ya. Jadi ya paling terlepas dari ininya lah, apa terlepas dari secret chestnya pasti masih ada aja gitu. Nih contohnya nih. Masih ada nih. Masih ada nih. Ini. Udah aku kelilingin ini. Nggak ketemu.
Perfect wind to glide.
Nah, karena sudah selesai story-nya, bisa kubah lagi ke Jepang. Dah ya, aku udah gak ada lagi yang di streamingin lagi sih kayaknya. Apa yang ku bicarain juga udah selesai di 30 menit pertama. Aja harusnya ini streaming itu kurang lebih harusnya 2 jaman doang, 2,5 jaman. Tadi kepake makan sama kepake curhat. Adalah ya, udah malam juga, aku pengen main game lain.